Hey there, Rihanna with Just Add Water Floating Camps. On Floating Camp Rome, we have the Dickinson Cozy Cabin propane heater. We're going to show you how to use it. So when you're ready to use any gas appliance, that's the hot water heater, the stove, or the cozy cabin heater, this solenoid control switch needs to be in the on position. You'll know it's on when the light comes on, and it's off when the light goes off. So this yellow line is the gas supply to both the stovetop in the kitchen and the cozy cabin heater. This blue valve is typically in the off position. That perpendicular position cuts off the flow of gas. When you want to use either the stove or the oven, you need to turn the blue valve into the inline position that allows the flow of gas to go through. All right, so you can see the supply line up to the cozy cabin heater. This is flexible, which is very nice. It comes with the unit. So depending on where you're mounting it and where your supply line comes out of from the rest of the supply system for your propane, this is a really nice feature. There's information on that I don't remember about how, like, what the clearances are, so making sure you're respecting those clearances both above and below the unit. This knob right here is probably one of the only complaints that I have about this unit. It needs to be pushed into a detent to be able to turn, which is fantastic. But from a rental perspective, or someone who doesn't necessarily know how to use or operate this heater, that has been, stripped. So I have to just make sure that my renters know to push in instead of just turning the knob without pushing it into detents and positions. This lights very well with the piezo lighter over here. I have very rarely had any problems with it. Puts off a significant amount of heat. And again, just making sure that folks know this is marine rated. It's very safe, but this is an open flame once you get it lit. So making sure that you're keeping anything flammable away from this open flame. There's also specs about the recommendation is to go straight up for your flue, but we weren't able to do that based on some of the design logistics of this boat. So there are very specific limits on what the angle can be of your flue, and we were able to just fashion this with a pretty significant amount of heat and machinery that a friend had.
We also added a heat shield above just for added protection, and the exhaust through the roof comes with all of the hardware, but making sure that that's watertight. We also wanted to show you on the outside the vent, keeping that space clear, making sure that you're installing it both inside and out, obviously, with max clearances in mind, so there's no potential for catching things on fire or it being in a location where you could either burn yourself or your guests could burn themselves. That's how we stay warm on our houseboats up in Maine. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks so much.